and they'll trot out Lucas Davenport, his 13th start of the year. He's been tremendous at certain points throughout the season for Baylor, and really this BU squad relies on their starting pitching. Well, they were 14 and 16 in Big 12 play. First pitch is popped up into left field. Crashing in is the left fielder Dylan Perez. The first out is recorded. A couple of singles, a double, 4 runs scored. Slow dribbler back up the middle. Davenport will toss it underhand to first. 2 down.
Slash sinker, can touch it up to 96, even 97 on occasion, and then that nice slider to wrap it up.
3 up, 3 down. Quick work. Less than 10 pitches in the opening frame for Lucas Davenport, just getting underway.
Wayland, the starting pitcher for BYU, and Wayland Crane.
Yeah, let's take a look at Crane, the senior transfer from Utah Valley. He was the Thursday starter for BYU. Of course, I say Thursday because they play Thursday through Saturday.
Has the occasion to run into some power troubles.
He gets the swing and a miss of Sanders. First out on the BYU side. Armstrong takes for ball 4. First base runner on here in game 3. All Big 12 freshman team. No surprise there. He's one of the top freshmen in the league as he rips this one deep in the left field. Giving chase is McChesney, but it's over his head into the wall. Armstrong will be held up at third. It's a 1-out double in the first at bat for Brady Jamieson. An all-around athlete that Mitch Thompson says is just a pleasure to watch. And that's a pleasure to watch as well. Seeing eye single into right. That'll score Armstrong. Here comes Janusek, who dives in. A 2-run single for Pearson. Reebok and Baylor is on the board first. But as the sophomore season did drag on a bit, the average slowly started to creep up. There's another one into the alley. That will roll all the way to the warning track. Around third, on his way to the plate is Reebok. It's a triple for Brighton Clements. The Bears bats are awake early. Rotational player until he really took over as a designated hitter option and in the field. This one chopped to first. They'll take the throw to the plate in a rundown at second. 1 out and a throw to second ends the inning. The base running comes back to bite the Bears as BYU guns down Clements at the plate, gets in a rundown, and as Perez turns to second, he gets caught at the bat. 3-0 Bears as we head to the second. First pitch swinging, but right at the third baseman in long close as Robinson is retired. Put good bat on the ball, but just right out of glove. But he does miss outside for ball 4.
None of those misses were really bad misses either.
Stumbled a bit down the stretch, but found their rhythm again over their last 4 games. Wins in 3 of their last 4. Chance at 2 here. Sanders over to second, and then the first off the turn from Reebok. Retires the side in the second for Lucas Davenport and the Bears.
With this tournament.
Buchanan watches this one high at 84. Down to first, he'll go with a leadoff walk.
What type of spin does it create on the baseball too?
Johnson squares the bunt again, pushes it to first. Fielded by McNaughton, and he'll toss it for the sacrifice. On to second goes Buchanan, 1 down, but a runner in scoring position for the Bears again. Turns and bunts this one. Perfectly placed. Tough play by the catcher in Erickson, but he does field it nicely. Put Sanders at 3-1. Inside ball 4. It's a 2-out walk with runners now at the corners from one of the more dangerous power bats in the Big 12. 3-0 on the way. Armstrong lays off. Back-to-back walks. 3 in the inning. 4th of the game, and the bases are loaded.
Oh, this has a possibility of being a strike out of the hand.
Janusek on the 1-2 into left field. It's a line drive base hit. It'll play 2 more for the Bears. What a start to Janusek's Big 12 tournament career. Another lefty, this time out of the bullpen for BYU. It's Ashton Johnson, the senior. It's a sweep in Provo last year and took 2 of 3 from BYU in Waco this year. Swing and a miss. Ends the inning as Reebok is retired on 3 pitches. Ashton Johnson comes in, does his job, and the Bears tack on 2 more. They lead it 5-0 through 2. Texas Tech was on top at the home half of the 3rd. This one's popped in the air, left field, tracking it down into the corner, and he can't get there. Perez nearly made a phenomenal play, but instead it ends up with Matt Hansen standing at 3rd. Has an RBI chance.
It's their 4th triple of the tournament.
And inside it goes. It hits Painter. He's on his way to first base.
And don't tell him this place plays large.
And he rips this one. Ball looking like a beach ball for Ridge Erickson. As he singles and drives in the first BYU run of the day. Never actually left the infield. He will leave the infield here, though. Into center. RBI single for McChesney as he joins the hit party. And going from first to third is Ridge Erickson now. The BYU bats are coming alive.
What's he going to go with here?
Hard hit ball, misplayed down the third baseline and into left. BYU with the tying run and scoring position here in the 3rd. And a 2-run spot there as well. This one's deep into the hole, past the sliding glove of Reebok and into right. Just like that, a blink of an eye, and it's now 5-5.
The full 7th inning yesterday.
There's another hit. That's number 26 of the tournament for BYU. On to 3rd goes McNaughton. Robinson stays high. Inside and low, ball 4. Jones has walked in each of his plate appearances today. Crucial at bat for both sides. Pop fly right side. It is deep and carrying into the wind. It'll go all the way to the warning track. Plenty deep to score the run from 3rd. It's a sacrifice fly as BYU takes their first lead. It's the senior from Lake Travis High School just outside of Austin, Ethan Calder, on out of the bullpen. Just his 2nd appearance out of the pen this year.
Grandfather Billy, who played football at Baylor.
Comes in and does his job early at the Division I level this year. Swing and a miss here, and there's the veteran making an impact. Pounds his chest as he goes back to the 3rd base dugout. Baylor closes the frame, but BYU with the damage. Baylor did not play Kansas this season, while BYU lost 2 of 3 in Provo against the Jayhawks back earlier in the month. Clements down on the ground ball to short as Robinson takes care of business. For the Bears to try and at least put up a bit of a fight here in the home half of the 3rd. Perez gets into this one, but underneath it a bit. Into center field goes Painter, and he'll track it down just shy of the warning track. 2 down. Wind blowing out to center field at the moment. That one might carry a little bit, but just underneath it is Buchanan. Hit it into the wind, but not nearly enough. Easily played by McChesney. It's the first 1-2-3 inning we've seen in this one. Out of the windup. This one again hit hard, but that's right at Sanders. 1 up, 1 down. 3 up, 3 down so far for Calder to begin the 4th. How about that? That's 3 strikeouts and 4 batters now for Calder. First pitch swinging into right field. Back goes Janusek, right at the edge of the dirt. And he'll make the play to end the 4th.
Yeah, thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
There he goes, Trent Pratt, head coach of the BYU Cougars, as this one's chopped to the right side. Bobbled initially and over to first, not in time. Ty Johnson beats out the throw. Tough play by Anderson. Johnson deals. There's a bunt, perfectly placed. Spinning, throwing for the sacrifice bunt. Good job by Johnson to get the out, but Ty Johnson is on to second. Struck out back in the 1st inning to begin his weekend, as this one's into right field. Base hit. Green light around 3rd for Johnson. Travis Sanders comes through, and this game is tied at 6. He has made history in his 1 year on the banks of the Brazos. Chopper to the left side, diving off the glove. It goes into shallow left field. From first to third goes Sanders. Baylor catching a bit of luck here in the fourth. There's a swing and a miss from Janusek, who does go down on 3 pitches. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Back-to-back Ks from Johnson keeps the game tied at 6. Back in 2023, and then Shea Langoliers, who's currently tearing it up for the Oakland A's in green and yellow, did so in the green and gold initially. Been a long time since the Jayhawks have had success like they have this year. This goes right back up the middle and into center. Calder had to jump out of the way. Payoff pitch again to Jones. Outside, ball 4. 3 at-bats for Jones. 3 walks. The only 3 issued by Baylor pitching in this game. That one will make it 5 for 7. Picked up by Perez. The runner around third. To the plate he goes. BYU back on top.
A chance to a ball that could have been caught. And then a bouncing ball the other way that just went through the third baseman and ultimately rolled a double.
Hansen caught looking, didn't like the call. Back behind Jones. That one in on the hands, but it'll loft into left field. Diving on is Perez. He can't get there. It's 1 run across. The cutoff man will stop the second one, but BYU doubles their lead. It's 8-6. They're setup men in the bullpen for Baylor as this misses low. Bases loaded for the top of the BYU order. Calder readies again. Called strike 3 on the lower half. Calder gets out of the jam, but BYU retakes the lead here in the 5th.
It's one day. It's win today. That's what it is. And if you don't do it, you don't get to play anymore. So that's just the way it is, you know. Baseball's really not a single elimination sport, but it's also not an 8-teamer.
Now you could hear the audible reaction by BYU. They'll get the call there. Perez caught looking, 2 down in the frame. Out of the Big 12 Scholar Athlete of the Year and more. Kicks and deals here. 3 pitches. Sets down Buchanan. 5 straight retired. 4 via the strikeout for Ashton Johnston.
And he's earned himself another look out there in the 6th inning. Try to chuck and tuck and get it out.
Wow. How about that line drive to Anderson? Talk about the right scouting report. A lot of damage has been done for BYU. Called strike 3 won't happen here as McNaughton is caught looking and is there. And a pitcher or a catcher, or excuse me, a hitter may not really see it the same way. So this one's into the deepest part of the yard, but easily there is Johnson. 3 up, 3 down work for Ethan Calder. And that tough schedule really helps with it. Number 20, toughest schedule in the nation. They've done a good job with it. Pop fly retires Ty Johnson, 1 down here in the 6th. 3-2 pitch, called strike 3. Locklow's fooled, and there's 6 strikeouts on the day for Johnson. Sanders with a worm burner to short, and it eats up Robinson. He went 4 innings in that game against Kansas. Armstrong into the wide open hole on the right side of the infield. Sanders will easily trot from first to third. Baylor threatening. Tying run is aboard. And now Janusek deep in the left field gives this one a ride. It's the fat freshman that gives Baylor a 1-run lead. Welcome to the Big 12 postseason, Mr. Janusek. Now Reebok skies one into center. Overranges Painter, and the side is retired. But it was the freshman, Brady Janusek, with 3 legs of the cycle down. 3 runs on the board here.
They've got a lefty ready just in case at any moment out there in left, but he's shown the ability He gets this out now, 4 innings of 2-run ball.
High pop up to Armstrong in foul ground. He takes care of business to retire Jones.
The better you get used to it, of course.
There's a big swing and a miss on the breaking ball, blocked up by Buchanan. He takes the outside lane to first, 2 down in the inning.
Of shooting in it, whether it be an NBA arena or one of the indoor NFL stadiums during the Final Four.
This one runs inside and hits Hansen. That's a huge deal. It's 15 extra base hits. As Painter comes up empty. Calder with 8 strikeouts in his relief appearance. And he puts up a goose egg in the 7th, keeping Baylor on top into the 7th inning stretch. Now this one's hit hard through the middle of the infield. Bryson Clements with his 2nd of the year, or excuse me, 2nd of the day. Set up a sack bunt scenario as he does lay one down the first base line. It's perfectly, maybe that's the thinking. How about that?
Oh my, they called him out.
So here's the call officially. And that is the case. Overturned call. The senior Ashton Johnson, who was fantastic out of the pen, hands the ball to a fellow senior, Garrison Sumner, on for BYU. Those 14 appearances this year. Only 5 have been out of the bullpen, this being number 5 for Clements. 2 on, no outs. Buchanan lays down a bunt. Good throw from behind the dish by Erickson. 2 in scoring position for the Bears. Last time Baylor led by more than 1 was in the early innings after they had a 5-3 lead. That'll no longer be the case. Sacrifice fly into left center, scores Caraway from 3rd. Baylor first 1 to 10 here in this Big 12 2nd round matchup. Back to the top of the order, still a runner in scoring position. Inside it runs, and it hits Lundqvist. He'll go down to first with the hit by pitch.
For the weekend portion of this tournament.
This was down the left field line, past the diving Jones, into left. 1 run across. Here comes a 2nd. Travis Sanders plates a pair in the 7th. The other one was Louisville's Jim LaFountain back in 1976. It's one way to make a first impression, as this one gets away from Erickson. On to 3rd goes Sanders. Check swing, left side, tough play by Jones. He charges on, throws it in the dirt, and mishandled by McNaughton at first. 1 hit away from 1 as well. And it won't happen here for Janusak as he's retired on strikes. And now Mitch Thompson hands the ball to their go-to man out of the bullpen. Caleb Bunch has been fantastic throughout the season. Take a look at the numbers. Doesn't necessarily have your traditional closer stuff here, Alex, but he does have a number of ways to get outs. And here's one of them. On the ground ball, left side. Lundqvist charges forward to make the play. Oh, and the changeup. Pat McChesney spinning in circles. 3rd time he's been retired on strikes tonight. 2 balls, 2 strikes for Bunch. He gets a swing and a miss. Anderson down on strikes. Caleb Bunch dominant as he retires the Cougars in order. And then Berkman after that as Reebok swings and misses. Good breaking ball from Sumner, 1 down. Then you turn around and they're picked in the preseason, finished 5th out of 14 teams as Caraway is retired. Back-to-back strikeouts from Sumner. Yeah, I anticipate to see Bunch in the top half of the 9th, and that's where we're headed. Garrison Sumner strikes out 3 straight Bears, including the BYU 18-8 win over Texas Tech last night. That's one way to get it started. McNaughton flies out straightaway center, 1 down. They'll have the resources and a beautiful ballpark up in Provo. That one's turned on into right field. Ryder Robinson sends this one over the bullpen and out of the yard. BYU as their 6th homer of the year. And Robinson, our highlighted player to start this broadcast, says we're not done quite yet. We've had some success yesterday and throughout the season, putting together 14 conference wins. Lots of positivity from Provo. And it's tossed over to first by Bunch as the Cougars are down to their final out, looking to close things out. 0-2 on the way, swing and a miss. Baylor is moving on to the quarterfinals of the Big 12 tournament. Their first tournament win since 2019.